The motion for round one in the 2023 Bank of Namibia Tertiary Institutions Debating Challenge is: this House believes the Bank of Namibia should put more weight on achieving price stability at the risk of plunging the economy into prolonged recession. I repeat the motion. This House believes the Bank of Namibia should put more weight on achieving price stability at the risk of plunging the economy into prolonged recession. Please welcome our first speaker on stage, the Honorable Prime Minister for Government.
If the rhythm of the drumbeat changes, the dance step must adapt. The ability to adapt to change is a credible trait that can foster economic relationships and build bridges. A good morning to the Deputy Governor of the Bank of Namibia, panel of judges, accurate timekeepers, moderator, and the honorable members of the opposing team and the House at large. My name is Natalia Joseph, the Prime Minister of the Government House, here before you today on the motion that states that this House believes that the Bank of Namibia should put more weight on achieving price stability at the risk of plunging the country into recession. This topic, we believe, is aimed at fostering economic activity. At this moment, as the Prime Minister of the government, I will define the words that will be heard time and time again in this debate. The first word that I'll define is the word inflation. Inflation is defined as a rise in prices which can be translated as a decline in purchasing power. The second word is stabilize. Stabilize simply means to maintain or keep at a fixed rate. The next word I will define is monetary policy. A monetary policy is a set of tools used by the central bank to control the overall money supply. The next word I'll define is fiscal policy, which is a set of tools used by the government. The next word I will define, which is the last word I'll define, is the word recession. A recession is a significant, pervasive, and persistent decline in economic activity. Allow me at this moment to share with the House the current status quo of our economy. As it stands, the current inflation rate of Namibia, according to the tradeeconomic.com, stands at 5.3 as of June 2023, which is a decrease from 6.29 in May of 2023. This decline can be attributed to prices being slowed mostly for food and non-alcoholic beverages. One major risk that we believe, as the government, could foster economic growth is the need to drive towards economic autonomy. Economic autonomy primarily relates to seeking independence of our currency. Indeed, just by hearing the definition of it, one agrees that it is indeed a risk. My member of parliament from the same proposition will expand on the point of economic autonomy. Why aim towards stability? What are the causes of instability? What impacts does instability foster? Instability impacts businesses, consumers, and the overall economic growth. And by taking the stand towards taking risk to better maintain stability, we as the government believe that implementing sound monetary policies, or rather expanding on existing monetary policies, and thereby adjusting interest rates and managing the money supply will foster the growth at which we intend to move towards. Another thing that we'd like to address is, furthermore, one thing that we'd like to address is the fiscal policy. With regards to fiscal policy, my member of Parliament will also address that issue and break it down a bit more. Another thing that, another strategy rather, not thing, excuse me for that, another strategy that we believe we could work towards is improving on structural factors. By this we simply mean less reliance on importation and more self-reliance. This one can, just by hearing self-reliance, one can kind of atone and link it to the first risk that I stated, which relates to economic autonomy. What measures can be taken when moving towards self-reliance? Self-reliance basically refers to the development of local industries, promoting local manufacturing and adding value to local products. Another thing that we could move towards as the government in correlation with the Bank of Namibia is working towards boosting the agricultural sector, which in turn will promote the country's self-reliance, especially with, I'd like to refer back to my definition of definition. I would like to, sorry, the decline. I would like to kind of point back to my statement when I shared the interest rate with regards to the fact that food and non-alcoholic beverages were the main cause of inflation. So an investment or moving towards building the agricultural sector will foster or better foster economic independence and self-reliance. I thank you.